Tonight on Money and Cakes, it's the Battle of the Sexes. Hey, welcome to Money and Cakes, seriously lighthearted. Today on the show, we got friends. I got Alpha, Amanda. I don't have a nickname for...
It's just Angie.
Just Angie.
Just Angie. That's
works.
what it is.
It's just Angie.
All right. No secret superhero identity for her. Just Angie. I'm Cakes. That's Money. And yes, we got guests, and they're two women, if you couldn't tell. So we were going to do a show whereby we discuss gender differences, gender ideas, and being the brilliant person that I am.
Did you get a notification that we're live?
I did. I went on the internet and I found a list of questions from BYU, Idaho, Brigham Young University, Idaho, the Mormon College, and I thought it would be fun for us to answer questions that come from the sociology class for these young, tender-minded young Mormons that go to school and see what our perspective would be on these. As not, I don't know, any Mormons here? Yeah, I could tell by your behavior. I've been out with you many a time, and I know your behavior is non-Mormon-like. Although I will tell you a story about being down in Mormon land, if that's okay to start off.
Let's do it.
Light went off again.
It went off again.
I went down there some time ago with a friend. We went to a wedding, and it was actually, was that Utah? I don't remember what we went to Utah for, but we were there.
Okay.
And nobody was actually from Utah because the place, there was so many drugs. It was ridiculous. I don't think I've been in a place with more drugs in my life than this place I was hanging out.
More than downtown Seattle?
Well, I mean, like in the apartment.
Oh,
you know what
gotcha.
I mean?
Oh, actually, jeez.
Because I knew, I was like, this isn't the Utah experience. I'm not getting that. Although we did have to rush to buy the booze to get it. But there was one Mormon guy there that was dating a girl. She lived in Idaho because like southern Idaho and Utah are right there. They crossed the border and interbreed. And I just thought, this guy's getting corrupted. This woman is corrupting him. And I know they spent time on the same bed, so they may have done some soaking.
You and your sucking.
I am enthralled and so intrigued by soaking.
Ruined my question.
I don't know what
So we got this list of questions, and we're like, hey, pick some questions. Let's see how this goes. And then, of course, anything else that pops up. So since I am a gentleman and I'm being a little old-fashioned here, and maybe in this day and age I shouldn't, I'm going to let the ladies start.
Ladies.
Ladies first.
Ladies
Okay.
first.
My question is, why do y'all leave the toilet seat up?
I got this one.
Was that on the list?
It is on the list.
Is it really?
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
it really is.
I didn't see your guys' half of the list.
It is.
All right.
So, I'm going to give 2 reasons. 3 reasons. Maybe 4. I don't know. I'm not even going to keep count. So, only because I've had this debate with so many women, and I still feel like I'm very valid in my reasoning. But the biggest is when for me, it's the biggest debate or this debate, not so much in the home. Like you'll get that established. You're like, hey, if you're with somebody and they want the seat down, you'll put the seat down out of respect for them. But when you're in general public, that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about general public because there's a lot of bars that maybe there's some bars that we associate with, but there's bars that have the unisex bathroom.
Yes.
So my thing is, and this is just because I know how, I guess, disgusting men can be, because this happens at my work all the time, and I'm like, it's just us. It's just us. But men, it's like every guy, especially after a few drinks, thinks it's like the coolest challenge to see if you can get it in the toilet without the seat being up. Like I could get every last drop in there.
Oh.
But they're never planning about the beginning drops where it just initially burst out. And then at the end when you're like trying to hit a 3-pointer and it's dribbling out and you're like trying to get close and then it's all over the seat. But so my thing is though, if I'm out in public and I use a unisex bathroom, I leave it up because I want the following person if a woman to know that I was looking out for her. I left it up. I didn't want to get any trickles of urine on it so that when she gets there, she can say, hey, that guy money, respect.
So you're being a gentleman.
I'm being a gentleman.
It's
that way,
for
when
them.
She brings it down, clean. She get, you know what I mean?
Now, question I have is, I think Amanda's over like bull stuff.
Yeah, I got a comment.
I'm thinking I'm thinking bull stuff.
Well, my thing too is like, women should have extra awareness out in society, outside their own bathroom, to realize you got to double check, right?
Oh, we do.
Okay, then
Yeah.
didn't you see that the seat's up?
If the seat's up. No, I'm not talking about in public though. When I asked, I was talking about at home.
Yeah.
Because like in the middle of the night, if I'm like stumbling in the toilet because I may or may
Well,
not
yes.
be
So
drunk,
I'm with-
and I fall in because its lid's up,
Fair. Now, that's
that's
fair.
what I'm talking.
That's fair. I think when you're at the house, yes, because again, she knows who pissed on it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, she's not gonna be like, oh, of course it could be kids.
Who
involved
did
or whatever.
this?
But she's gonna know it's one of a few people in that household. So
Yes.
yes, at home, lift it up, do your business,
And then put it
drop
down.
All right, Amanda's chomping at the bit.
Yeah. Let's talk about the pee on the floor.
Oh, well, that's just, things sometimes get out of hand, literally. Like you lose control occasionally. It's like, whoop, over there.
Yeah, I don't think it's
about
ever
the
on
last
purpose. Like,
No, and it's often when
Like,
one is drunk.
oopsie, slipped out my hand, man. Push. Shit.
It's a drunken thing, right? I mean, it's the middle, or it's the very early morning, and you're stumbling in. And the worst thing though is when I got to go in after you, and
Your socks get wet.
my socks are wet, and I know that's why. And what am I gonna do with wet socks? I'm like,
Take them off.
right, but then it's like, what am I gonna do with these piss-soaked
Wait a minute.
socks?
Was this in the middle of the night?
It can be
Okay, you sleep with socks on?
My feet get cold.
in the wintertime. I do.
Okay. Weirdos.
That's a whole other
No.
conversation, Cakes.
I empathize with this. At home, my toilet seat is up. But when I was living with a woman, the toilet seat went down. But men keep it up because we're going to go pee.
yeah,
And we do it standing.
9 out of 10
And it's
times.
just easy. It's pure self-interest. Now, have you ever fallen in the seat? Have you ever fallen in the toilet like the ladies do because you left it up?
Yes.
And then you empathize with their plight?
Then
You're like, oh, I empathize with you now.
Yes. So yes. I get it. Dude, I've had that moment. I'm like, oh, this is awful. This is awful. Cheeks all wedged in there. It's awful.
I will tell you this, though. If I go to your house and I use your bathroom, I will put the toilet seat down. I leave it up here, I think. We can go check. You went after. But I'll leave it up here because, this is a man's house. And you respect the home owner and do what they do. Now, if I was at your place, I would put it down out of politeness.
Now, I will say this. I have not once fallen in because my cakes saved me.
Well, I got some cakes too, but not enough. Not that much.
Like those narrow, like some of the home, your regular toilets, the
yeah.
narrow variety. Yeah, I don't fall in those.
I can see Money with this skinny butt getting stuck in there, you know what I mean? He's just like, oh, help, call the fire department.
Exactly. And I have such
It's
long,
emergency services, can't get out.
I have such long legs that I get deeper in there. Like, everyone forgets. Like, when I sit down next to anybody, I'm their same height. We're the same height right now. So think about if I'm
Are you
Oh,
though?
I feel
down,
good.
wedged in. Yeah,
No.
I'm literally the same height as everyone right now.
Maybe.
They're like eye level.
Hey,
That same height.
Yeah.
You guys know that same
Yeah.
height, right?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So think about me at same height with you guys and then wedged down, but my long legs are way out by the
He's like,
by the tub. Yeah,
So
it's
how do you
harder
get
for me
out?
to get up.
How do you get out? Do you have to like
I'm
call
just
somebody?
in there. I got my
he's
life.
got it.
alert
Life alert.
I'm
button.
falling and I can't get out.
Doors are locked. You know where the hidden key is. I'm calling Greg. I'm like, because I have my phone in my hands.
Yeah, of course you do. Everybody does.
I'm like, Greg. I'm sending a text. I should just call him. Come and get me. Shit emoji.
He's like, not again.
My downtown is a brown town.
Right. So yeah, okay. So still, I don't. So answer my thing. So I know Angie brought it back to the house, but if we're out, when you guys go to a unisex bathroom, do you rather have it down still or
I
up?
don't care because I'm not sitting on the toilet seat in a unisex bathroom. I'm going to
UFO?
back my ass up as close
She's a
as
hover-
possible.
Hover.
It's
It's hover
wherever.
time.
So when all you see the pee all over the
this
seat
is
in the
what I'm talking
bathroom,
about.
it's
It's
from a
women.
girl. I
That's what
guarantee
I'm
you it's
saying.
from a girl.
Thank
I
you.
guarantee you.
Thank you.
100%. It's not from a guy.
I've been saying that for years.
There it is. Truths are being revealed on Money and Cake's Battle of the Sexes.
I knew it.
Because there are some women who don't know how to properly hover, and they don't know how to control their streams. Angie.
I'm hyping up.
I feel like women probably just look ridiculous when they're going to the bathroom.
I'm just focused on not getting out of my pants.
You got to practice your squats. Just saying.
I'm just glad. I appreciate your honesty because I felt that way. I felt like that was like how I imagined it. You know, that was
I never thought about that, actually. So this is a revelation,
Yes.
an eye-opening experience.
Even with the seat cover, you're still not trusting it?
Well, you've seen me.
No.
I'm drunk. And so
So you're definitely not representative of the Mormon
I
student
told
here.
you, I'm like, this is a Mormon questionnaire. I can't do it.
And then there's the times where you have to go into the men's room. So then you got to look out for each other.
Good luck to you guys.
I've peed in a urinal before.
Seriously, good luck to
I
you.
mean, it's like you got to like hopes and prayers when you go in there.
Yeah, good luck to you guys. Because again,
Yeah.
the thing is, for guys, most of the time when you're going to a bar, restaurant, whatever, poop is not on your mind. You know what I mean? So it's just,
No.
it's peeing. It's pee. So no one's thinking about anyone sitting down. They're not thinking about that. You know what I mean?
But since we are talking about this, I will let you in on a little secret. And this is something we started talking about in this past year that I did. And I thought, that's an interesting thing. And then I started asking other guys this question, and they do it too. And I was like, no one ever taught us to do this. And then I saw it on TikTok.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy crap, this has been in the ether. Because when an idea gets in the ether, it gets out there. And like, I probably thought of it first, put it in the ether, and somebody TikTok capitalized on it. But this is it. If you didn't know this, like, I'm sure I know one of you at least knows. When we walk into a bathroom, and if there's a little bit of poop splatters on the toilet bowl, we clean that up with our urine stream.
Yes.
Right? And I asked every guy, what do you do? And they're like, oh, we spray it off with our urine. No one ever taught us that. It wasn't like Dad brought us in there, Junior, if you see this, what your mama did,
You know what?
Dirty.
use the stream
Right?
to clean.
You know
We
where that
just
comes
do
from.
it, and it's what men do, acts of service.
You know where that comes from?
Good bathroom
It
stewards.
comes from when you're being potty trained and your parents put the Cheerios as target practice.
I don't remember that part of my life.
You've never had like Cheerios or Fruit Loops where you got to sink them as a boy, like potty trained?
That's smart, though.
And so that's
Totally
where it
smart.
comes from. So you got a target. So now, there's a poop target. Got to get it.
Well, that's what, because for men, when our urinals, they have like a little, it's not even like the urinal logo. It's just like a mark that's not
Like
dead
pee
center. It's
here.
off to the side. It's like the P here side.
Yes.
And then every guy is just like, oh, there
Pee there.
it is. And
Well-
it's a perfect spot so you don't get pee splattered back on your,
Ooh, how about
your
this?
shorts and stuff.
What if there's still a turd in the toilet? Are you trying to cut that in half?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I actually am.
It's battleship at that point. Yeah, I'm trying
Battleship.
To sink that boy. I'm trying to
It's
sink
happening,
that
man.
boy.
You know?
Oh my God.
Well, but I'm also questioning the fact that there's a floating turd with no toilet paper, and somebody in this establishment is just walking around high-fiving people.
Yeah.
That's like,
Well, it could have been that the toilet paper went down, but
okay.
that's why we got to cut it in half.
We're
You know?
already talking nasty, bathroom nasty.
I know, of course, that's where it goes with Money and
So
Cakes.
I got an employee that I've caught, and he's thankfully I'm gonna clear this up because I do have members of my team that watch this show. It is none of my team members.
Thank God.
Letting you guys know, but there's someone in our building And I've caught numerous times, like, he just doesn't wash his hands.
Ooh.
And the last time I caught him was, how did it go? I had walked in, but I caught the door as someone's walking out. So he didn't hear to, like, close and then reopen. So I swooped in as someone's walking out, and I hit the urinal. And he must have not seen me when he walked out. So he immediately went for the door and pushes the door open and then sees me and was like, oh, and doubles back to wash his hands. And in my mind, I'm just like, but I've caught him already like several times where like you just, you know, the traces of someone washing their hands. They walk out of the bathroom, you walk in, you see water still in the sink.
Yes. And bubbles.
It'd be dry. You know what I mean? Like there's traces of I've done my part. I'm not spreading my booty germs out there.
Yeah.
But it was so funny because I'm like, man, like you're touching everything. Handle everything.
Things you don't even think about.
That's why you always, after you wash your hands, you get that little bit of the hand towel, and you use that to open the door because
you work with people I work with. Yeah,
you can't trust people.
Nope.
Can't trust them. They just can't take that 20 seconds to do a little hand wash.
And it's like what Andrew was saying, like when you're out drinking, the care becomes less.
Oh yeah.
And less
I still wash my hands though. We need to clarify.
No, I'm not saying
I've
seen you.
Bathroom etiquette, but I still wash my freaking hands.
I'm just saying. I like sometimes I purposely would come out and touch one of you guys just so you know that I
make sure your
washed
hands
them.
are wet.
Oh, is that why you do that? I thought you were being creepy.
No, I want you guys to know that I wash my hands.
That's why you spank cakes all the time. You're drying off.
Yeah. No, but yeah, it's because it's like you want people to know you're fresh. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Especially if you see someone that's unfresh.
Yes.
Then you're like, ugh, you want to just double down on that soap.
Mm-hmm. I've seen women at work that you see them go into the stall. You know they've done their business, and they're leaving, and they haven't washed their hands. I'm like, oh. Right. I know you're dirty now.
And they'll even stop and look in the mirror and like fix their hair.
And every time you see them, after that,
they're standing right in front of the sink, where you can swoosh, swoosh.
Yeah.
But,
All right. Let's hit the girls.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Do your question. What do you got?
I lost my question.
I don't know if anyone's going to top that conversation. That was super highbrow, intellectual,
scientific.
We solved some world problems and stuff.
You're always keeping it intellectual.
I feel like we're closer. As
We've started at
species.
poop. It's only up from here.
So, okay. This is a question. I got a question, and this will probably help some men to recognize signs, or at least I hope it does. What are some of your unspoken signs that you give the men to say, hey, I want your attention. I want you to come approach me and talk to me. When you're single, of course. But like, what would you, if you're at a
like
bar,
unspoken?
Yeah, like you're not verbally saying, hey, dude, I like you. Come talk to me. You're just like.
What signals do you give?
Yeah, what signals do you give? Like, are you winking? Are you staring?
I don't know if this applies to me because you've seen me. I just go up and talk to people.
Well, that's why it's unspoken.
How about when you're sober? When's that? Shit.
I mean,
Amanda, you got to take this question.
It's been so long since I've done that in person, but I would say probably look with my eyes. Like I'm gonna smize at you. You know.
Okay, but here's a question.
Like maybe like a little sideways glance, like if you're across the room. You know.
Classic girl sideways.
Yeah.
So
little sideways.
Intentional eyes, not like quick look away,
right.
but like.
I'm gonna and then if I see you're looking back, I'm probably gonna look longer.
Okay.
You know.
So eyes.
Do you smile or do you just
until?
Eyes?
Well, I'm probably
gonna.
Do
you practice the eyes in the mirror so you know what you look like?
I probably look frightening, which is probably why it never worked.
Okay. Yeah. So I've always told other men that was one of the signs. Like if you look at a woman,
don't know why they're not coming over.
Right. If you look at a woman and she doesn't immediately look away, that's a good sign.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Does not. Yep.
Let's hear. You look at a woman and then she immediately looks away. It means she was looking at you.
Not necessarily.
Yes,
no,
yes,
no.
I think you're right.
Okay,
I
but
think
go on
you're right.
with what you're talking
That
about.
could be a scenario.
Going in scenario, go
But
on.
I'm just saying, like, if like this, if I look at you and you continue looking at me without looking away immediately, because you could be looking and then you catch eyes with someone, you're like, oh, I don't want to give them that impression. I always felt like if I looked at a woman and she just kind of looked back, I usually would get awkward and I'll look away because I'm like, oh God, she didn't blink, she didn't look away. I'm in. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's one of the signs that women are like, I'm not interested. I'm putting up that wall. They'll immediately divert their attention away.
Because I'm attracted to eyes, so eyes are a big thing for me.
So this is all like in-person stuff, and you know, kids these days are all
swipe
online. But here is what you're supposed to do. Women, take note. You're supposed to look at them, look away, look back, look up and down, bite your lip. Put your
You gotta stay on TikTok.
I know.
Oh my
And then
God.
what?
Lick your
Do
lips,
this.
Push your boobs together.
bite your lip,
Do Gary's little lip move.
I can't
wink
say-
at them.
I can't say it's mine. I
can't wink.
I stole that from the legendary LL Cool J.
That's your sign? Jesus Christ. Here's a question to kind of double back on this. So let's say you see a gentleman in the bar, wherever, you think, oh, he's a good looking guy, he's cute, whatever, and you give him you give him the look. Well, let's just say, have you seen, first off, let me just bring this to real. Have you seen a guy in a bar or somewhere that you thought was attractive and you gave him, you thought, oh, he's good looking, I want his attention, but you weren't going to go up and approach him. Has that happened to you?
Well, I've seen people and I notice them looking at me and I'll like smile at them if I'm like, yeah, but then when you smile, then they just come over and start talking. But if I like don't smile and like turn back to my friends, like we're having an interesting conversation, then
Okay, so the smile, so you
yes.
smile,
The smile's
Yeah.
the opening.
brings a bit of opening. All right.
It's the smile's the opening.
So what if they don't come over to you right away? Is there a time limit do you have on it?
well, no, because I wander around and I end up talking to people anyways. So
Yeah, that's you.
if I think you're cute, I'll be over there.
Eventually, she's getting hers. She's getting hers, no matter what. Angie's getting hers.
The guy's gonna smile at Angie, go back to
Yeah.
doing what he's doing. Next thing you know, Angie's like right there.
Like,
He's like, oh,
hey.
Little does she know there was a guy who was like, hey, just smile at that girl. She'll come around eventually.
she's making a round. She's making
Yeah.
a round.
It's
Just
in the
wait.
men's bathroom, by the way.
Just wait.
If you see this woman I'm not
Had
saying.
stickers made. They're right above the urinal.
That's so horrible.
I can't even remember the last time I did. I mean, it had to have been several years since I've done that.
Yeah, well,
But what I think would be fun to do, to take your significant other and go to a bar, maybe like a high-end kind of a bar, and pretend like you don't know each other.
of course,
Don't
yeah.
walk in together. Oh, yeah. And then, like, you can, hit on each other, and, like, he gets to take you home, and it's like, oh, look what happened there.
Yeah, you got to sit on opposite ends of the bar. That's
Yeah.
role playing. Opposite ends of the bar.
That's hot.
Bartender, send her a drink.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And then you'll be like, can I get an
Yeah.
angel shot? He's being aggressive. You got your husband, he's like arrested. Like, what the fuck?
This is just what we
Like-
do on Tuesdays. Put him in handcuffs.
Like she forgot it was role playing.
No, she's taking it. She's like, that's her kink. You know what I mean?
I
Get him
can
in
honestly
handcuffs.
say that is something I've never done. But you see it in movies.
I
It
would
is
love to
always-
do
I think
that.
that's fun, yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
always seems
I totally
intriguing.
want to do that.
That's interesting. Oh my goodness.
You guys, let's go. Let's go to the bar. We can pick up each other.
Let's do it.
No, you gotta
Draw names out of a bowl. I'm
do
gonna
it
pick
with
you
you
up.
guys.
No, actually, that could be that like fun little practice. You know what I'm saying?
Practice.
Yeah.
And next you
See
know,
if
who
you can
knows
do
what
it.
happens? Who knows?
I'm gonna be like Allen Iverson on this one.
We're
Practice.
gonna order that angel shot for sure.
We here talking about practice.
See if you're any good at it.
No.
All right.
I don't know, but I feel like I would hope that the Oscar acclaimed actor in me would come out in that moment, but I feel like I might be too giddy and
You might
what
laugh.
if I get super shy even though I'm already with the person? I'm
Dude,
like looking over, I'm like, oh, they're not interested. Oh,
you get
Left that
turned
roll.
down. Oh my God. Girl's like, sorry.
She's over there waiting for the drink.
Just
Gotta buy her
emasculating you.
Guy next to me, I'm like, man, she's cute, but she ain't into me, man.
What if the bartender said, man, she's here every weekend? What? You said you were working late.
Or she picks that moment to be like, well, I was going to tell you earlier, but we're breaking up.
But I'll help you find another girl.
But Angie's coming along any second now, don't worry.
If you smile at her.
That's all it takes. No, Gary, you'd probably laugh through the whole thing. You'd have a hard time keeping a straight face. You'd be like,
So, I don't know though. I don't know, because I would want to be like, you have to have the backstory.
Yeah.
'Cause I wouldn't want to be. If it's gonna be role playing, it's gotta be role playing.
you get fake names and everything. Totally.
Like Dr. Montalban,
I'm in town for business. Oh, what do you do? International spy.
Marine biologist.
You can't say you're an international spy if you're an international spy. You have to have a cover for your spy job.
That's true.
Just say you're a spy.
See, you're a bad spy.
A bad spy.
He's a bad spy.
Obviously,
He blew his cover.
He's obviously a bad spy, and he's telling people he's a spy.
Don't talk to me about my business.
Right?
Don't ask me about my business.
Now you're just like cartel.
He's 008.
Don't ask me about my business.
6.5.
5 and 3, 005 and 3/4.
That's average, you guys. It's average. I was just waiting for him to say
6.5 is above. Just so you know.
Like, I'm the
It's
average
above
guy.
I
average.
got you.
I'm 00 average.
What's your question? You were
No. Men asked a question.
No, it's Amanda.
No. I just wanted to I want to tie a bow on this conversation about the signals. So, from my experience, it's a look, it's a smile, and that's about what you get.
Yeah.
And maybe some body language as well. And then you got to go in and do something. If you wait too long, the opportunity passes.
True.
And so that's been unless, the woman's more forward, like Angie or whatever, and she just comes over to you.
Right.
That's happened. But that's more rare.
Yes, that is more rare.
So,
I would agree.
all right.
Your question?
Alpha Amanda, question.
Well, and this doesn't necessarily apply to you guys, but in generalities, because I've heard it so often. Why do you say you like smart girls, but then you go for the dumb, pretty ones?
Okay, so let's put ourselves in college. These are college kids now.
Are they?
This might be year 1 of their sociology class. They're trying to figure out, how do men and women relate to each other?
And I'm not asking about college.
Why? So we like smart women, but we go for the dumb ones.
Say you like the smart ones.
Because it's easy.
Well, your girlfriend's dumb, so tell me. Just kidding. She's smart. She is so smart. We know who the dumb one in the relationship is. If you just watch his other show, it gets proven every week 3 times over. You know what I'm saying? So why did you go for the dumb one? That's what I want to know.
Oh my goodness.
See, that's what us guys do. We rib each other.
Yes.
And we're okay with it.
Yes.
Just
You're not going to go home and cry about it. I hope not.
I'm already home. I don't need to go anywhere.
He's going to go to the room.
I just go behind the screen.
So, okay.
dumb.
Smart girls. Have I dated a smart girl before?
Wow.
Hooch.
Ooh, he just proved my point.
Think about it.
That is really disgusting.
Okay. Because they're more fun. I don't know. Okay, I think there's a relatedness to why. Is it that?
Yeah, I know. I'm really thinking like how.
I'm a little bit stumped. How do I say this?
How do you say this without seeming like an a-hole?
Smart girl,
Just
smart
do it.
girl, smart
That's
girl,
why I
smart
asked the
girls.
question.
Have I dated a smart woman before? I know I have. Most of them are smarter than me. I'm not a Nobel laureate here, Nobel Prize winner.
Okay, I think Angie kind of alluded to it. Okay, so I'm gonna go for it.
Just say
Let's
it.
do it.
Yep.
I'm gonna go for it. So the question is,
I know the answer.
Why do guys say they want a smart girl but go with the dumb? So I think it's a little bit more to that. I feel like it also depends on. I think the guys say that because they want a smart girlfriend, soon to be wife, and if they're not going to be that, just dumb because you don't have to work as hard. You just, I mean, like you could, you know, a dumb girl.
It's not permanent.
First off, I just want to say this question is filled with judgment. There are no dumb people, only dumb questions.
I just really, really love watching them squirm.
I feel so bad.
Like, thank you for the disclaimer. 'Cause this is hard to say, because yes, but it's just like, shit, man.
I think I know the answer.
Okay, go.
It's like the okay.
Oh,
you know what?
Not it.
You do it. You do it.
Okay.
Was that a fart?
It's a mouth part.
I think it has to do with some dominance hierarchy.
Okay. Yes.
And that if a woman is smarter than the man and like really potentially could make the man feel less, the man doesn't want to feel less. The man wants to, I'm not saying feel dominant or dominated, but it's a sense of not feeling less. And maybe that's why. And if a woman's smarter and the guy's not as smart, he's like,
inferior.
Let me go with the one that's less smart than me. So that smart woman has to meet it's like why. So there was a study done that took a look at doctors and nurses, and women doctors rarely married male nurses, but they would marry male doctors, lawyers, people who are on that level or above. Mm-hmm. Male doctors would often marry female nurses. So, and this is talking about career levels, but it's status. Mm-hmm. So women tend to marry equal or up status, potentially. And this is, and I've seen this happen at work where I work too, where a hostess who's in college gets together with like a cook or a busser or a server even. Server can make really good money. But once that girl graduates from college and she gets a job working 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, even if she isn't making big bucks yet, she'll dump the guy that works the restaurant job, that's working weekend nights, who isn't in school, trying to better themselves, and find someone on her level. Not to say that the guy who was waiting tables is lesser as a person, but there's this career and the status hierarchy thing. Yeah. And so it might have something to do with that. Now, for me, I appreciate a smart woman.
I feel a butt coming out.
No butts. However,
I'll take a dumb one any day.
No. So maybe it just has something to do with how insecure men are, how fragile male egos are.
I'm gonna agree with that.
Men have a fragile male ego that can be easily damaged by a woman, and they don't quite know it, or they do know it. But maybe that's what it is. It's just we're fragile men, and we want dumber women.
Because I have a male friend, and it's always like, oh, why are my relationships not working out? It's like, because you're dating the same sort of dumbass bimbo you've been dating forever. But you say you want this smart woman who has her life together.
Dumb doesn't equate to bimbo or less smart. You know what I mean? I mean, that's just a judgment on human beings, and that's a horrible question to ask by putting judgments on people like that. Everybody is beautiful and intelligent in their own way. That's what I believe. So shame on you.
And you interrupted what I was saying.
I do that.
You totally did.
I totally talked over you because I'm a man, and I'm sorry. I apologize.
Put you in your place.
It's fine.
Continue on, Amanda. I'm going to sit here and listen and learn.
It's all good.
No. Talk.
Yeah, we want to know.
You have to talk. You're on the show.
We want to know.
Yeah, so it's like, how do you tell this person? Well, friend, it's because they're all the same. You're dating the same woman over and over and over and expecting a different result.
That's true. And
that's the definition of insanity.
Yep.
I find a lot of people do that though.
And I think you just did on the show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people do that.
Yeah. Different package, but same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Same type.
Yeah.
You got a type. You just keep going for that type.
I know.
I think it's because people think that's their type.
Yeah.
And they get locked into it, and then you're like you said, you're repeating the thing. And it's like, try a different,
try a different
something
thing.
different. Try something different.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I've known, I'm not to keep going on to it, but I've known guys that are like, I only date a girl that has blonde hair. And I'm not saying that each one is the same, but I'm like, you keep on limiting yourself because of that one thing. Now, of course, you like what you like.
Yes.
You know, if that's what you like, go for it. But I was like, you can't complain that you're making your pool this small and then saying I can't find a girl. There's not that many blondes out there in the
that's
pool.
what the Targaryens do, right?
they just
all blonde.
There's so many uncles and
they
cousins.
keep it in the family, so there's
Oh,
always
hey.
somebody.
Now that in, can't talk about that stuff.
Yeah,
I do have a thought. Are you done? Are you still going?
I'm done.
I do want to I like this question, Amanda, and I think I do want us to just kind of relate back to where this comes from. BYU, probably first year sociology class, of kids asking, so here's a smart girl. You say you want a smart girl, but you date the dumb ones. Well, because you're dating a college kid. And we already know that men and women, girls and boys mature differently. Yeah. Girls mature quicker. We're slow. We're always behind. We're just always behind.
I didn't say it.
Well, I did. So, I mean, from that perspective too. So maybe once you get out of the college and you're in your career and men have caught up, it's maybe a different scenario. So our intelligence is a good positive factor, but also it could just, if a woman's smarter and depends on how they are, it makes the guy feel small or something or dumb. That's like, they don't want that.
I think it's an intimidation.
It's an ego thing.
It's an intimidation thing. Like, oh.
Yep.
She
But
knows her stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think college kids are still looking for relationships? That we're adults that have college age children in a sense, or kids
or above.
or above. So do you think like people are going to people are like young adults are going to college looking for relationships?
I don't know if they ever really went there. Some did. Some have gone to college. Maybe, meet your person there. Yeah. But I don't think anybody's going to college saying, I'm going to find the person I'm going to marry.
Right.
It does happen.
That's definitely a thing that happened back in the day.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Women went to college to get that MRS degree.
Get a husband.
That's what they're doing.
But now, if you go to college and you find someone, I don't want to be with someone that's going to make me feel less than.
True.
Just like you're talking about with guys.
True.
So they might not be going to find a relationship, but where else are you going to find one? You're in college.
Yeah, it's like the same for
same class as these people, same activities, same parties. Yeah. It's going to happen.
It's
just like when you work with people,
exactly,
or go to the same bar. You're going to find relationships, and it's just going to happen.
Yep, dating in the same city.
Exactly. I need to go.
There's going to be four
bar,
of them. There's going to be four of them in one bar.
True story.
True story.
Walk into a bar. Oh, there's one ex. There's another one. Hey, I got a third here. Time to leave.
And future ex is over there.
Because she just got to make the round. She'll find them.
They're all potentials.
Everyone's a potential.
Two potentials.
Right. So who's got the next question?
Okay, so it went girl,
That's
guy,
you.
girl, guy. My turn. So here's a thought experiment. And I don't know. Let's just think this out. Okay.
Let's get serious.
Oh, no.
I'm sinking in this couch.
I know.
Well, first off, this isn't the question from here, so let me just give it a site can't be
we had the
reached.
Mormon
I'm going to take that as a sign. No, so here's a thought experiment. You're coupled up. We're being very heterosexual relationship here. Heteronormative, just like it's like heterosexual man, woman together, walking down a little river walk. Okay?
Okay.
You're holding hands. You're having a good Sunday afternoon. And there's nobody in front of you, and the river's about to curve around. You're just enjoying the day. And it's you and your man. And all of a sudden, you hear a woman scream out, "My child!" And you look over, and there's a little baby, a child, floating down the river.
Jump in, go. Go.
Who's jumping in?
It depends who is a better
we
swimmer.
both are, probably.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm a good swimmer, so I know I would go. And no question.
If I
jump in. If I see a kid in danger, I can
now.
help you go.
Well, I know for you, now you got two people to take care of.
Exactly. If I jump in,
So you think, I'm just curious. So you think if it's you and a man, you're going to automatically think jump in? You're not going to think man jump in first?
Well, if I see a kid, I'm not going to think, oh, are you going to go? Am I going to go and discuss it? Like, it would just be natural reaction. I've had children, kids in danger, go. Like, there's no thinking about, like, both of us could jump in potentially, but if he's chicken shit and doesn't do it, then I will be there.
Okay, interesting.
And I know we know each other's strengths and weaknesses. I know my man is full on jumping in there. He would totally without thought.
Of course, now you're walking down the same.
I don't know who my potential person is right now, so I don't know if they're a good swimmer or not.
I know. Well, I know. As I thought about this, I knew this guy's not jumping in because now you got to save two.
There's orcas in there.
Then it's going to be me.
You got to save two, so it's like okay.
There's orcas in that river, you guys.
And if you got an Olympic swimmer, it's like it's like.
So for your question, yes, I'm not jumping in because then again, I'm going to get in, grab the child, someone's going to come and grab the child, and then I'm just gone. But to add to it, I may not be jumping in, but I'm looking around. I'm seeing
you're calling 911.
How close he's to the edge. Is there a tree or a branch, Okay. I'm doing the rest of the analysis from land.
Is this a baby or is this a toddler? Land. What someone that how old?
It's just a toddler. It's a child in danger.
Okay.
We don't know, not a teenager.
Yeah. I'm doing what I can from land.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Situational. Situational.
Yeah.
He's got a big stick.
You're walking down the same river walk, okay, holding hands. Someone jumps out and threatens you.
They're getting their ass beat.
Are you?
Sure. No.
Who's got their gun on them that day?
Again, it depends who's the better fighter. As I thought about it too, it's like I think the man would be expected to provide protection.
Yes.
Honestly, I would think honestly a lot of, maybe I'm wrong. This could be very, very, I don't know if it's misogynistic or what, but I think in a lot of situations, if you see the child, the man would be expected to act, to jump into danger.
I feel like it.
I know lots of women, like I'm a mom, I have kids, and I see that, but it's like those aren't your kids though, but men are generally thought to jump into danger ahead of time. So, but if I'm with a girl and she can fight, and I know she can fight, because I can fight, but if I know she can fight,
you're like, go, babe.
I'm stepping back. I'll get in there with you. But it's like,
I can't fight, so I would expect my man to fight.
You would expect your man to jump into danger.
My man's for sure getting in there first, and then once he's done beating ass,
you're gonna get the cleanup.
Then I can like
get a couple kicks in.
Oh yeah, totally.
The cheap shots.
Right.
Shots.
Okay. Well, that was a little bit different than I thought it might be, but I still have this thought. I wonder if in situations that are life-threatening and dangerous, would a man have a higher expectation to be the one to jump into it rather than a woman in that situation?
I still think yes.
Depends. Do I have a gun in my purse?
Like, do something. Like,
Right.
And
I think weapons, not so much weapons involved, just instinct.
Mm-hmm. I think generally men are more expected to do that and be the protectors and jump in and do that role.
Right, because then you start adding the other aspects into it. Oh, I know that my significant other's armed. Well,
correct.
Then, if I'm not armed, you better
exactly. You better fucking get your gun out. Oh, sorry.
So we can beat the guy within an inch of his life, throw him in the river, and then he can rescue the child.
Yes, use him as a flotation device. It's fine.
I did find a question on here that I kind of, since mine didn't quite go that I wanted to ask to kind of finish this thing up, and this is the question that comes again, not from me, from the Brigham Young University, Idaho campus sociology department, and that is, why are women so argumentative?
Because y'all infuriate the shit out of us.
The audience.
I think.
Why are y'all so argumentative?
I don't think anyone likes to be wrong. And so, and there's many different opinions, and so if I think one way, then I don't think I'm wrong. And so I'm going to tell you why I think I'm not wrong. And I don't think that's really arguing.
Well, what if you
but
are
also,
wrong, though? No one, you may not.
But I also listen to other opinions as well.
See, that's good.
So
And also, sometimes you all know how to push our buttons, and you know what we're gonna say. Or, you know what the response is gonna be, and you do it on purpose.
I think guys are good instigators in arguments.
And I think we are too. Like, we all know how to push each other's buttons after a period of time.
I think guys, though, know how to pull back, though.
Oh,
We know how
yeah,
to put on
girls,
the
once
brakes
you get us
faster than
going, then
women.
we're like, oh, no.
Exactly.
And another difference too is we don't hold on to it.
I think some do. I think some do.
I mean,
Yeah, but I've seen
we're not.
like
We're
girlfriends that are like, my husband 10 years ago, he did this one thing, and they keep bringing it up every single argument. And I'm like, it's been 10 years, bro. Let it go. Let it go.
Move on, or you gotta
Yes,
fix
I'm
it.
like, you
gotta
can't.
deal with it.
Like, you've been married 20 years. Let it go.
Here's a question I have for you. Have you ever like been in a fight with one of your friends? You ever like get in a fight with one of your friends?
Yeah.
Are you still friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How long did it take you to repair that relationship?
Well, you're sitting here now, so
It was yesterday.
no, it depends on the fight.
Yeah.
So it's situational. It still
took the
depends on
last
the fight. Depends on what we were arguing
toilet seat
about.
up.
I think guys are. A fight between guys is quicker to mend because we'll get down to the root of it, hash it out, and then we're done with it.
I've seen guys get in a fight in a night and make up the same night.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I've seen that too.
Oh, big time.
It's interesting. Men are
I've seen
interesting.
guys
Call
fist
each other
fight
out
in
of
a
it.
night and then sit down and have drinks the same night.
Right.
Like
Put
right
ice
after
on
the
each
fist
other.
fight, coming from the parking lot, cheers. Like, and I'm-
Yeah.
Well, that's
like-
because alcohol's involved too.
true.
But they're still probably cool the next day. So interesting to kind of follow up with that question. I don't know if this ties in, but I heard about this article. This is from 2019. A woman files for divorce from husband who is too kind and helps with housework.
What?
And he got married the next day.
Right, exactly.
No, he got divorced.
And Angie
Yeah,
snapped him
and
right
I
up.
snapped him right up. He smiled at me, and I went and got him.
Housework?
The next day.
Had me
Housework?
at housework.
And nice. Heck yeah.
Right?
I love the way you Swiffer that floor, baby.
Do it again.
You know what, though? Did you get him you're going to have him a specific outfit while he's swiffering?
Mr. Clean.
Whatever you want to wear, as long as you're mopping.
Mr.
Ooh.
Clean, huh? Shave your head bald, white, tight T-shirt, and get that mop out, huh?
So she divorced him because he
He was
wanted
too
it.
kind.
too kind.
Because like he didn't argue with her.
Oh.
He helped out, and she was like, I don't like it. I need a guy. Maybe it's because she felt also like he didn't have a backbone, didn't stand up for himself.
Right.
Things like that. Like he always just acquiesced to keep the peace, and she's like, eh.
Now, of course, we don't know all the details.
Yeah.
We know that's the generality of it. Would you consider that she likes it toxic?
No, I know what it is. So she wants it nice and easygoing and help with the housework. But when it's time for you to be dominant, throw it down. You know what I'm talking about. He wasn't doing it in that aspect.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't
Maybe.
read that. He
We
could have
don't
been
know.
throwing.
was
He
too
could have been
nice.
throwing
he
it
was
down.
too nice. If he was slapping her ass in the bedroom, choking her a little bit.
Jesus,
they'd still be
Angie, this is
together.
supposed to be G-rated.
Just kidding.
Know what you like? Smokes.
We gotta wash out our headsets now. That filthy.
I get what you're getting at. So
Yeah.
she wants
She wants
She
a little
wanted a little
dominance.
bit of dominance.
A little dominance.
And sorry, let's-
assertiveness.
or assertiveness or whatever,
Right.
and she wasn't getting that in the area. She doesn't care that he's mopping the floor and doing the dishes. It was that area that she needed that she wasn't getting.
Because I like to,
I guarantee you.
No,
I
come
like
on.
to think he's probably nice all the time. Like if he's,
Oh, being
you
stepped
know,
on.
if he like opens the door and he lets his woman in, and then like 20 other people are coming up, he'll probably wait and let all 20 go in.
Yeah,
Maybe she's
and
just
that's
like, no,
annoying.
let me in. It's supposed to be like my treat. You hold the door and just you know after I go in, you
Slamming
follow
on
me
the other people.
and hold it. Yeah, exactly. Slam it and hold it. Don't let him come in. So I'm guessing if it gets to the point where you're getting divorced over it, it's probably more broad than just cleaning. You know, it's
Yes,
probably in other
yes.
aspects.
You're
There
too
were other
nice
things.
to everybody, getting walked on, and then not
exactly.
being
Not standing up for himself.
manly enough
type-
in the
yeah.
areas where he needs to be.
So,
You're really into
so-
the areas where it needs to be. You know?
can I
I don't know
We're
what you're
trying to
talking
go
about.
here, and Andy's like, no.
It's
Right
both. It's
here.
both. I guarantee
can I
you.
read a quote from this article?
Go for it.
I am eagerly longing for a single day of dispute, but this seems impossible with my romantic husband who always forgave me and showered me with daily gifts.
Yeah, he was just too soft in her eyes.
That's what we call. So now, interestingly, this is from the UAE, United Arab Emirates. She filed for divorce under Sharia law, which in the Quran says, the man who's too nice, you get dumped. That's a translation from the Arabic.
Really?
No.
The exact translation. It is.
No.
It totally is. I'm backing you.
It's Surah 220.
You were so serious. I was like, what? Sounds fine to me.
It's when Muhammad said no simping.
Muhammad.
Don't come after me.
That's also the 11th commandment.
Yeah, that's all not
Left
simp.
that off.
Dang it. Alrighty. Well, hey, is that the War of the Sexes? The Battle of the Sexes?
I think that's the battle.
Thank you to Brigham Young University in Idaho for supplying us with that wonderful list of questions, which we got to explore. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and tell us or ask us questions and give us your funniest stories about the differences between men and women, whether heterosexual, non-binary, whatevers.
Yep. And also thanks to Amanda and Angie for
That's right. Yeah.
joining us.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you guys.
All right.
All right, that's it.
See you next time.
We hit this button right here.